Welcome to Will It Work? So here we have a Super Pong by Atari, and I did a little research since the last one I looked up when I was looking at Pong itself. And the history of Pong is somewhat interesting in that when Atari first designed Pong and they made their own microchip for it, when they wanted to get into the home business, a lot of places didn't want to sell it. They said it was too expensive, it was confusing for consumers, etc. So they ended up going and selling them uh, at Sears, and initially they sold 150,000 of them, and that was pretty good. It was like one of the best-selling things at Sears for that year or something. And they also sold 50,000, I think, on their own. So Atari branded versus Telegames. Sorry, I had to get a drink right there. It's a real professional show I'm doing right here. Sorry. And I have three that I know of these types of systems. I have a Telegames Hockey Pong handy. I will be showing that one soon. But I may actually have the Telegames Pong. Although I do know that one of the ones I had was damaged at one time, and I may have gotten rid of it. Uh, it was like water damage, and it was completely ruined. But we'll see. For now, we're just going to look at Super Pong, and we'll be running the feeds straight on through. But down here at the base, we have a select a game, and you can move this slider to choose 1 through 3 and 4. So we'll find out which each of those are, assuming this works. Sound still comes through the main unit itself. Still 2-player. And it likely takes batteries. So this probably pops off right here. Yeah, and it says replace batteries if play is erratic. So let's plug it in. Let's see if we can get some sound out of it here. And then if we do, we'll switch it over to the video. And we'll see how it goes. Let me see where the adapter cable is. Here. Okay. And what's interesting, one thing that's sort of interesting is the difference between the Atari Pong and the Telegames, which is, they look almost exactly the same, except, it'll have Telegames right here, is the adapter plugs are also a little bit different. I guess Atari or Sears maybe wanted to sell their own version. Theirs is just a little bit smaller, at least on the one unit I've looked at. All right, I'll turn on. Yep, looks like it works. All right, let's switch over to video and see what we get. All right, so what we have here is Atari Super Pong, and it was really, really difficult to get this display to even show up. I had to tinker with it a lot. I have another Telegames Hockey Pong that I cannot get a display out of at all. That one's probably going to have to go up on the chopping block, but this one does work barely. The sound comes out of the main unit. It does keep score. It is in color. I would say that the significant difference between this and the standard Pong that Atari released that we looked at earlier was that, I'm trying to play two-handed here, you can select games. So there's 4 games. This looks like Pong. This is like Pong doubles, I guess, because there's 2 paddles. And then there's that's a pretty big wall. That must be like single player or something. And then you can have 2 walls. It would be kind of hard to lose. Maybe it's like the opposite. You've got to get the ball through the hole. Let's see. Do I get a point if it goes out of the hole? It's 3 to 6. Kind of hard to do this. Yep. So you get a point. It's the opposite. So that's Super Pong. It takes batteries just like the other one. I don't think the Telegames Pong is going to play. This was, again, really difficult, but it's a keeper. It does work, so that's good. I have the original power supply for this one. I think Telegames, though, is going to end up on eBay. No display. If somebody wants to try and fix it, they can. Or I'll just, if nobody wants to, I'm going to sell it really cheap, you know, just enough to cover shipping. But if nobody wants it, even with shipping, then into the trash it shall go. Okay, thanks for watching. Take it easy.